In the snow, two people woke up to the sound of horses galloping somewhere. While the situation on a Kingdom of Yi city, there were many citizens gathered. There was an inscription that anyone who learned martial arts would be executed by beheading. One of the citizens asked why the warriors were killing people that morning. The emperor wanted to eradicate any potential rebellion. Then the citizen asked what about children and the elderly? Would they be put to death too? The warriors said if they wanted to survive, they had to pay 300 pieces of silver for each person. Then the warriors finished off the people who were there easily. One of the warriors asked how much silver would be made from this job. The female warrior said about 66,000 silvers. Then she added that she wanted to quit this job because she knew there were fewer targets to kill. Then they continued their journey to the residential area. They marked the corpses on death plaques. As the female soldier was about to mark the corpse of a woman, she realized that the death plaque had been stolen by someone. The warrior chased after the thief. They had a fight which caused the thief to be wounded in his stomach. Unfortunately, the thief managed to escape. Then there was a beautiful woman riding around the river. She was Yuan Ying. Then one of the warriors asked her if she had seen a wounded man. Instead of answering the question, she tried to run away from him. The warrior was suspicious of her. He restrained the woman by injuring her horse. While they were fighting, a thief appeared from the river. He helped the woman fight the warrior. Eventually, they were able to defeat him. The people in Martial Village where Yuan Ying lived heard that Yuan Ying was carrying a wounded man. People came in droves to see him. Some of the villagers helped to heal his wound. At that moment, the villagers knew that the man was carrying a death plaque. He said that these were the plaques of people who were killed for learning martial arts. He told them that the killers of the corpses were Fire Wind Soldier. He also told them to leave the village because the warrior would arrive soon. The thief told them that he took the death plaque of one of the villagers there. Soon they realized that the name on the death plaque was the father of a child named Hu. Then a young man named Donglu attacked the thief. He was sure that the man had tortured him in the law department. He was also sure that the Fire Wind Warrior was his man. Donglu said that the thief killed revolutionaries. The villagers who heard this were suspicious and upset with the thief, so they planned to hang the man. But Yuan Ying felt it was unfair because he had saved her during a fight in the river. She secretly planned to take the man away. At night, Yuan Ying managed to take him away. But the villagers knew she was taking him away from the village. On the way, the man told Yuan Ying and Han to go to Heaven Mountain to seek help. At the Fire Wind base, the general arrested several beautiful women. One of them was Green Pearl from Korea. The general took a liking to her and made her his slave. While they were together, a soldier told them that they had found Degger's corpse. Degger was a soldier who was looking for Yuan Ying in the river area around Martial Village. Then they went to the river. In the middle of a snow-filled desert, Han and Yuan Ying stopped at a hut. They were arguing because they had invited the thief named Fu to leave the village. Suddenly, a flint came down from the sky. They all followed the flint, but they fell to the bottom of the desert. When the night fell, someone rescued Fu, Han, and Yuan Ying. When they woke up from their sleep, Fu talked to Yun Chong. He was a young martial arts expert from Heaven Mountain. He was lying on his back and injured, so Fu told him that the Fire Wind Soldier was hunting down people who learned martial arts. She wanted to ask Yun Chong for help in protecting the martial village, but Yun Chong seemed a little unwilling to help the martial villagers. Yun Chong's teacher wanted to help Martial Village. He told his students to get ready. The teacher told Mulong to take his celestial bean. He told Sin to get his star cheeser. Then he told Yun Chong to call Chu, who was meditating. The next day, Yuan Ying and Han left Yuan Ying's group. On their way, his teacher Yun Chong told Han to take his Dardi sword. It was capable of shattering stones and raising himself up. Then he gave Yuan Ying a long sword called Heaven Fall. After Chu came out to end his meditation, they all left for the Martial Village. Later that night in Martial Village, Fang was charged for helping Yuan Ying and Han take the prisoners away. Fang is about to be punished, but one of the villagers came by. He said that the Fire Wind was almost here. Immediately, Martial's chief, Chief Liu, told the villagers to get ready to fight the Fire Wind Soldier. They stood up to hold the fort. Unfortunately, the Firewind warriors were able to break through. Some of the villagers, including the children, were already hiding as instructed by Fang. But a few moments later, Chairman Li went to where the children were hiding. Seeing that, Fang felt sad. She immediately went to see her father, the village chief, who was in despair. The Firewind soldier came through the gate on their horses. They'd almost killed Fang and his father. But before they could attack, Yuanying, Han, Fu, or the Death Plaque Thief, and the people from Heaven Mountain came to the rescue. The warriors were amazed at how good they were at fighting. Eventually, they managed to fight the Firewind warriors with ease. Then Fang, Yuanying, and the others looked at the rest of the village. They were saddened to see that many people had been injured and died. Before they knew it, the village chief and the other villagers thanked the 4 people from Heaven Mountain. But they said that there were 7 of them. The 5th was Yuanying, the 6th was Han, and the 7th was Fu. So they brought 7 swords from Heaven Mountain. After that, these 7 warriors left the village. They continued their journey back. The next day, the few remaining Firewind soldiers who attacked Marshall Village returned to the headquarters. The warriors said that few had returned with help. The chief was angry that his soldiers lost against 7 people carrying 7 swords. Chief Firewind ordered the soldiers to prepare to fight them later. After the 7 swords ravaged Firewind's base, the chairman went in search of Green Pearl. But unfortunately, Green Pearl was gone. The chairman wanted to find Green Pearl, but his horse was sick because it had been poisoned by one of the 7 swords. Then Yuanying and his friends returned to Marshall Village. Yuanying accidentally saw Fang and Han making love. She looks angry, and she vents her emotions by playing the flute. But Yun Chong invites her to practice swordplay together. Later that afternoon, Chu met Green Pearl somewhere in Marshall Village. He saw that Green Pearl was sad. But Chu told her that she could no longer be a slave like a stray dog. Chu also told her that he used to be a slave, but he didn't want to be a slave anymore. Instead, the day arrived. Chief Firewind and his soldiers came to Marshall Village, but they only found out that the villagers had left. The next morning, Chu took Yun Chong and Fu somewhere. Chu found a mark that was deliberately made to leave a trail. He concluded that a traitor had come with them. Fu suggested that they buy time and catch the traitor. Fu plans to take the citizens to the mountain. When they arrived at the mountain, Fang approached Green Pearl, who was sitting alone. She gave her some corn while talking. She saw Green Pearl carrying Chu's handkerchief. She suspected that Green Pearl liked Chu, but it turned out that Green Pearl also had a crush on Fang. Moments later, Fang had a seizure. She drank the poisonous river water, but the residents looked like they accused Green Pearl of hurting Fang. But Chu defended Green Pearl because he believed Green Pearl didn't hurt Fang. After the incident, the villagers decided to leave the forest. They burned the area where the poisonous river was located. Chief Firewind and his soldiers saw that the forest had burned down and there was no one there. Finally, they decided to leave and prepared weapons to fight the 7 swords. The next morning, Fu told Han to release the horses. This was to confuse the Firewind soldier as they would change their route and hide in a cave. Han felt sad. He couldn't bear to let go of his favorite horse, Joy Luck. After releasing the horses owned by the villagers, they prepared to fight Firewind. After that, the Firewind leader and the Duke were already preparing to fight the 7 swords. These 2 people negotiated about the information they got. The Duke said that he had sent a spy into Marshall Village. Meanwhile, Chief Firewind said that he got information that the villagers had changed their route and were hiding in a cave. Soon the Firewind warrior said that Fu and his friends were coming. Then the chief went to meet him. Fu told Firewind to give up this war, but the chief refused Fu's order. Fu firmly said that he would kill 3,000 Firewind soldiers. Hearing that, Chief Firewind got angry and attacked Fu, but the Firewind soldier said that there was a fire in the barn. It turned out that it was Yun Chong who set the barn on fire. There was chaos inside the Firewind base. So the 7 swords killed the soldiers one by one until many died. Then Chu fought Firewind's female warrior Kulu. Chu followed her wherever she walked, until he entered the Green Pearl room. Chu defeated the female warrior. Chu saw that Green Pearl was tormented. He wanted to release her from Firewind. At first, Shu didn't know that he was Korean, but Green Pearl told her identity to Chu, who was also Korean. Then Shu took her away with him. At the cave, Fu advised the village chief to guard the entrances and exits and watch out for potential betrayers. But Yun Chong discovered that someone had searched Yun Chong's bag. They fought, and the villager admitted his mistake of stealing items from Yun Chong's bag. Afterward, Yuan Ying approached him. She wanted to be with Yun Chong, but Yun Chong said that his relationship with Chief Liu wasn't good because his father was killed by Chief Liu. But Yuan Ying doesn't mind that. Then Shu met Green Pearl, who was looking at the sky from inside the cave. But suddenly, she got scared. Chu approached her and tried to calm her down. After that, Green Pearl told him that in Firewind there was a place called Pearly Gate Outpost. Chu immediately went to the Firewind base. When he got there, Chu cracked the statue that was directly related to the treasure place. But unfortunately, Chu was caught by Firewind soldiers. Meanwhile, Green Pearl, who was seriously injured, returned to the cave where the villagers were hiding. Once at the cave, the badly injured Green Pearl was interrogated by the citizens and the Seven Swords. They asked her what happened and where Chu was. She simply replied that Chu was captured by Firewind. However, before she could say where he was, she died. Moments later, the Seven Swords knew there was a map of the Pearly Gate Outpost on Green Pearl's shirt. They rushed to the Firewind base. Fu decided to take the remaining 6 swords to rescue Chu. Meanwhile, the rest of the residents had to split up to be safe. After the 7 swords left, the entrance caught fire suddenly. Chief Liu commanded Fang to leave with the children. Meanwhile, Chief Liu stayed in the cave to find out who the betrayer was. After a while, he saw someone walking, and it turned out to be the traitor Donglu. Chief Liu told Fang to tell the people that Donglu was the traitor. Donglu was angry. He chased after Fang. When they arrived at Firewind headquarters, the 7 swords found that Chu had been chained between 5 horses. The Firewind chief told the 7 swords to bring back the Green Pearl, but they replied that she had died. He was very sad, but also felt angry that Chu had taken the Green Pearl from him. He immediately ordered the soldiers to drive the horses that chained Chu's hands, feet, and head. Fu, however, negotiated with the Firewind chief. He and the 7 swords would give up their swords so that Chu would be free. One by one, the swords were collected. But when the soldier asked for Yuan Ying's sword, she rebelled. She attacked the soldier. Meanwhile, his friends took their swords and attacked the Firewind soldiers. 7 swords managed to untie Chu from the horses. Then Yun Chong approached the Firewind chief. He fought him with his sword. Soon Chu came to help Yun Chong to get Chu's sword from Firewind's hand. After Chu's bonds were untied, he fought him alone without Yun Chong's help. The fight went on for a long time. Chu finally defeated Firewind. In the morning, the 7 swords returned to where Fang was. They were shocked to see that Fang was the only adult left along with the children of Marshall Village. Fang seemed to be severely traumatized from going through such a difficult time alone, but Han was able to make it better. Fu was informed that the Emperor's edict was still in effect. The edict that would order the killing of villagers who learned martial arts. Fu felt that the Emperor would send more killers like Firewind's men to finish off the citizens. Therefore, the 7 swords decided to continue fighting and improve their skills.